In amazement of the time that passed me by, troubling thoughts that got me questioning myself and who am I? Day by day struggling and hating on my own life. I made it this far at my age and mind. That experience has got me traumatized but kept me wise. A never-ending cycle that continues with inheritance through family ties. I might have been wrong, I feel alone in this world. Being positive-minded, it's like an obstacle course that I can't even endure. Got the will to fight but afraid to fall against all odds. Trying to go above and beyond, keeping strong, playing melodies all night to keep me calm. The outlet to this mayhem is through these songs. If the going gets tough, I'll gather up the problems, grab the shredder, split the blunt, put the lighter to the tip and watch my dilemmas get smoked up. And I'm wishing I could run and never gaze back at the imperfections that I created up in my past. Rolled it all up in a swisher, watch the cigarillo burn as I puff past. And I'm wishing I could run and never gaze back at the imperfections that I created up in my past. Rolled it all up in a swisher, watch the cigarillo burn as I puff past.
I can't look back, I gotta look forward. Although the man I am's defined by my past. My path has miseries and victories, misfortunes and triumphs. I had a lump in these events. I asked myself, why do these things happen? I just wish I would've never met her. At times I wish I would've never signed the contract. How will life be? I wondered if I would've been warm, would it have been better or would it have been worse? I know life wasn't meant to be easy, but why the problems tend to stack up so easily? Some friends in this life become enemies. In my epic journey, I'm trying to pursue peace. Although money, greed, and power seem to change the story.
And I'm wishing I could run and never gaze back at the imperfections that I created up in my past. Rolled it all up in a swisher, watch the cigarillo burn as I puff past. And I'm wishing I could run and never gaze back at the imperfections that I created up in my past. Rolled it all up in a swisher, watch the cigarillo burn as I puff past. Another day, another rhyme, trying to overpass this rainy weather to gain some sunshine. Sometimes the weight of the world is right on my back. I feel it every time I'm pushing it forward. I'm sinking, feeling trapped in a maze with no exit to get out. See the outcome through my face and my body all worn out. The burning sensation in my eyes isn't appealing, but the process and results better be better than most. Striving, always trying until I turn into ghost. Buried underneath, worry free, resting in peace. Daydreaming in a fantasy because of this weed. So I inhale, then exhale, keep puffing some more. My eyes have gotten lower, twice as red than before. Drifting in this melody the more that I smoke. Just watching all my mishaps go up in vapors. And I'm wishing I could run and never gaze back at the imperfections that I created up in my past. Rolled it all up in a swisher, watch the cigarillo burn as I puff past. And I'm wishing I could run and never gaze back at the imperfections that I created up in my past. Rolled it all up in a swisher, watch the cigarillo burn as I puff past. And I'm wishing I could run and never gaze back at the imperfections that I created up in my past. Rolled it all up in a swisher, watch the cigarillo burn as I puff past. Pass the drum break like we passed the one. Pack with pumping, cut the coded quarter rounds. It's like the motherfucking bass that keeps on bouncing from this needle in this record player. That's keeping this vinyl turning and learning from these sounds. Melodies that are moving and showing you I get down. Ghetto poetry influenced by where I live. Fueled by the devotion and pushing buttons that's making all sorts of noises. Just taking all fucking day, making sure that it's dope. Or back to the drawing boards to figure out what to play. Rolling another fatty, you'll pass the drum break.
Coming to you from the underground. Kicking them at the physical, spiritual. Kicking, musician, inflicting composition.
Natural, international, not that same old shit.
Coming to you from the underground. Kicking them at the physical, spiritual. Kicking, musician, inflicting composition.
Natural, international, not that same old shit.
Sly came through with a drum break from Cali where the earthquakes unraveling patterns and battering squadrons. Cooking up in my cauldron, playing my cards and I'm all in ballin' with rhymes that is falling. Calling my names as fans of the hip-hop, winning the game before the tip-off. Impeccable to the decimal with animal instincts. I've been clean even before I started smoking. Santa Ana, Redmond, Orange County's what I'm blessing when I mention all the gods on every intersection. Hitting the beat like Mayweather, watching out for the title tellers. A city dweller with a tendency to freestyle acapellas to a beat banging in my head. Fresher than all of your dreads, like hands, the truth you said is resonating in my head. ill production felt up and down the chakras. The rhyme doctor, writing hip-hop operas. I've been taking notes now, you can check my locker. So now I'm coming dope, the neighborhood spot rocker.
Coming to you from the underground. Kicking them at the physical, spiritual. Kicking, musician, inflicting composition.
Natural, international, not that same old shit.
Coming to you from the underground.
Try to keep my head above the water, but I keep on drowning. Only solutions to backtrack from where I started. Just another problem molded as a product of this environment. From all these sirens brought by violence, that's why I'm violent. My only outlet, these keys that I hit, this blunt I just split, about to get lit. Keep my eyes spread and not give a shit, cause I'm trying to stay in my lane, creating my own pathway. Started my own journey with a bunch of fucking twisted turns. Reminds me of the effort that I've invested in words that I've tried to make rhyme sound dope and set right. Broke dude with no life, trying to see the limelight with this far-fetched dream of a rhyme grind. Nowadays, yeah, right, but I'm still here, right? When these goals start to turn to disbelief, I turn the music up and rhythm starts to come to me. Overpowered by the melodies and precious beats, is what she keeps on telling me. When these goals start to turn to disbelief, I turn the music up and rhythm starts to come to me. Overpowered by the melodies and precious beats, is what she keeps on telling me. When these goals start to turn to disbelief, mind elevated, sky high from this blunt that I'm blazing. Flying by all these clouds that I'm passing, seeing all my dreams float right past me. In this fantasy that I've been living in, to make a killing in this little music thing, to make a million songs. That's why I'm so into it, tuning into melodies and never making any friends, never trusting anybody in this world we're living in. Cause life tends to get drastic and no one lends a helping hand. What the fuck is that about? I thought it was good karma. Now we're even arguing about marijuana. So the one road we both walk divided to the crossroads, the last stop where every cross path. Shit, you better hope not, you better hope not. When these goals start to turn to disbelief, I turn the music up and rhythm starts to come to me. Overpowered by the melodies and precious beats, is what she keeps on telling me. When these goals start to turn to disbelief, I turn the music up and rhythm starts to come to me. Overpowered by the melodies and precious beats, is what she keeps on telling me. When these goals start to turn to disbelief.
Listen, every minute, every second that I spent on this is more than just a piece of time that you can bet I'll miss. It's more than fractions of my life I can't retrieve again. Everything into the mic is product of my bleeding pen. I'm trying hard just to even keep the vibe alive, but I can't find the time. I'm on the grind 9 to 9. Will I provide for my fam? Emotions build up, the cavity stays filled up along with the filled cup. And on some real stuff, dog, I need to ventilate. The pain from the struggle of the game tends to escalate. I take aim with middle fingers at the industry, never falling for what it falsely pretends to be. My friends and me stick together and we pass through like a measly check, collect respect that was past due. Real lyricists stay true and rep the last few.
When these goals start to turn to disbelief, I turn the music up and rhythm starts to come to me. Overpowered by the melodies and precious beats, is what she keeps on telling me. When these goals start to turn to disbelief, I turn the music up and rhythm starts to come to me. Overpowered by the melodies and precious beats, is what she keeps on telling me. When these goals start to turn to disbelief. Introduced in the early age, I was maybe 8. Final common ground that we both relate, that we both understood, it was simple and plain. Bonding even more every single day, never leaving one another, always together like if we were brothers. I never lived a day that I had to regret. We had a lot of respect that I never forget. Always proud with my chin up, wherever we would go, we turned the roof right up the ceiling. It was loud and we meant it. Wanted a presence to be known and people really felt it. We were unstoppable, everyday grind hustle, overcoming any life obstacle. Confident that we will last, now we reminisce on how fast times passed. Dear friend, wishing I could see you or hear you again. It's been a long time, how long has it been? Sitting there, gaining gray hairs and so am I, but we stay connected as time goes by. Dear friend, wishing I could see you or hear you again. It's been a long time, how long has it been? Dear friend, it's been a while, because I hardly even recognize you now. I've invested all my time in punching a clock. Our dedication drifts, but we haven't forgot. When we puff on that green leaf, said only thoughts commence. Eager to speak, so I get up and write the rest. We can never give up. You and I know we can't settle for less. This life has gotten harder, but this is only a test. A never-ending friendship, even if it's at a distance. There's been tragic days where I just dwell, mad at the world cause life ain't fair, but you're still there. Same spot you've been on. You've been gathering up dust, so it's time to move on. So I turn you back on, watch you rotate, then you talk to me, and I sing along. Dear friend, wishing I could see you or hear you again. It's been a long time, how long has it been? Sitting there, gaining gray hairs and so am I, but we stay connected as time goes by. Dear friend, wishing I could see you or hear you again. It's been a long time, how long has it been? Dear friend, with little sleep, I stay awake. I battle myself every single day. Not in the aspects of rhymes, I'm afraid I got bills to pay. But I'll write to you cause I keep my faith. And one day I'ma find that gate to open up the doors to reveal the stage. Your voice echoes from place to place. This dream stops as I wake up late. I'll stare at your face right through my crates. You're calling me and this cannot wait. Another rhyme that I need to make. Determined more than ever and you see it in my eyes. You're right there with me so it's time to decide. I'm right next to you in stormy weathers, overcoming June gloom, any force of nature. Dear friend, wishing I could see you or hear you again. It's been a long time, how long has it been? Sitting there, gaining gray hairs and so am I, but we stay connected as time goes by. Dear friend, wishing I could see you or hear you again. It's been a long time, how long has it been? Sitting there, gaining gray hairs and so am I, but we stay connected as time goes by. Dear friend, wishing I could see you or hear you again. It's been a long time, how long has it been?
But as the world turns, I'll learn. But as the world turns, I'll learn. But as the world turns, I'll learn. But as the world turns, I'll learn.
I'm always told I look like you, but I don't really see it though. Probably the attitude that I've been carrying for years now. Even done the same mistakes like you, growing up to be a man with little words to say. Cause you're so quiet too, quite distant, different life lessons given. Cause I've been fucking up, can barely make a living. And I don't know how you could do this, put a roof under our heads, working hectic hours. Anything we needed, you would always get it, and you held it down. I've been always down, but I've been trying to get up now. Cause I don't wanna live in vain, I need to do it now before it's late. Where am I supposed to find the courage to push another ounce of strength? Losing half my mind halfway, no outlet inside of this pathway. Just running in circles until I fell down. Just gave up and turned back around, but still wanting to find a way. Heavy drum rhythm that I've made, driven dedication that I've taken, influenced by all the blunts that were split in half and laced with purple nugs. Cause that's what I've been really focused on, getting stoned and never coming down. Cause some bullshit that some motherfuckers bring, it's unbearable and you should be ashamed if you've fallen into bitterness and started hating, making your own life complicating. Cause I refuse to even bother with it, rather smoke a spliff and spit lyrics, listening to all these records that my folks used to listen to. Now they reminisce when I play some grooves. All I wanna do is stack these drums to make the perfect loop. Where am I supposed to find the courage to push another ounce of strength? Losing half my mind halfway, no outlet inside of this pathway. Just running in circles until I fell down. Just gave up and turned back around, but still wanting to find a way.
This airport has been the subject of many questions due to the unexplainable symbols, images, and stories that are surrounding.
Which was essentially mind control research. This involved chemical mind control, psychological, and supposedly the aliens would come in and exchange technology, and they'd want to take an occasional human being.
What I've been seeing, my motherfucking red eyes. spliff and pass it to my tribe. Like if this was part of seance, candles everywhere, guns forming a circle. You in it, why you scared? Or not even giving a fuck, or not even thinking about the outcome you're developing, but just sitting around. You're part of the spiritual circle, you're part of us now. Unveiling all of the secrets of people and politicians, the evil Catholic and Christians, the Muslim and Buddhist, pretty much all the religions, indigenous and Egyptians intertwined sometime in this life. But no one cares to remember, cause currency is more important than a lecture. That's why people trying to flip bricks and get rich better have a fallback plan if it ends in failure. Exhale and breathe in, rolling up another one, cause life is so misleading, cause life is so misleading. Open up a third eye so you can see what I've been seeing, you can see what I've been seeing, what I've been seeing. Exhale and breathe in, rolling up another one, cause life is so misleading, cause life is so misleading. Open up a third eye so you can see what I've been seeing, you can see what I've been seeing, what I've been seeing. Let there be light with the spark of a flintstone. Nowadays it's critical, leaving comes out of pistols, letting off 9 or 10 by a 9 and 10-year-old. Precious genocide, delinquent illicit minds that should have been different. Going to school with classes of bug placement. Life doesn't run smooth with all of these bumps and these bruises. Questioning the life that you're pursuing, cause what you're doing ain't right. Always almost overdosing, cause you always wanna pass high. Intergalactic shit like Star Wars, cause you're falling to the dark side. Shooting up with needles, now you're falling into the fetal position. Abducted by a spacesuit and put up in a spaceship. Bunch of fucking test tubes, diagrams and blueprints, but you don't remember faces. Exhale and breathe in, rolling up another one, cause life is so misleading, cause life is so misleading. Open up a third eye so you can see what I've been seeing, you can see what I've been seeing, what I've been seeing. Exhale and breathe in, rolling up another one, cause life is so misleading, cause life is so misleading. Open up a third eye so you can see what I've been seeing, you can see what I've been seeing, what I've been seeing. Destination, the Denver airport, with a one-way ticket to Alaska. No Masonic eye, be the guide and light the way. Blinded by the brightness, ended in a stretcher deep beneath the surface. Dulce, New Mexico, woken up, shell-shocked, with the scalpel to your fucking throat, waiting for your heart to stop. With these injections in higher dosages by the second, large grays pointing at your abdomen, feeding for adrenaline. So they're signing all these papers with some military gentlemen. Advanced technology in exchange for a couple specimens. 30 seconds later, the ritual is over. Multiple visions of malicious acts imprinted in the memory of the new member. Exhale and breathe in, rolling up another one, cause life is so misleading, cause life is so misleading. Open up a third eye so you can see what I've been seeing, you can see what I've been seeing, what I've been seeing. Exhale and breathe in, rolling up another one, cause life is so misleading, cause life is so misleading. Open up a third eye so you can see what I've been seeing, you can see what I've been seeing, what I've been seeing.
There's this agenda in mainstream media, and I think it's fairly easy to back this up, to keep people stupid, docile, and apathetic.
It's the return, but nothing's really changed. Just a different kind of blunt rap. More phone taps, more unidentified flying objects and drug traps. Pharmaceutical and all these corner hustlers providing all that, from weed sacks to Prozac, 350 milligrams, or fuck it past a dub sack. We're caught up in this web, not knowing that you're an addict. It never crosses your head the thought that the addiction could be the internet or your motherfucking job too. Cell phone texting, NSA intercepting, reading all of your messages, printing out all these sentences, trying to decipher a code that'll never be told. You could only listen to it if you really listen close. This feeling, it's like we're living in 1984. Big brother always watching, wants to mold you into something that's not normal anymore. Without a train of thought, you shrug it off and eat your GMOs. This feeling, it's like we're living in 1984. Big brother always watching, wants to mold you into something that's not normal anymore. Without a train of thought, you shrug it off and eat your GMOs. Incarcerated our mind with television unleashing pointless media. Cover up so corrupted it's sickening. Like the motherfucking Phoenix Lights never taken serious. It erupted all these people like Cooper Schneider and Snowden, questioning our environment. 2 out of 3 gentlemen taken out by a government. Monsanto consumers eventually growing tumors like the size of Dodger Stadium. Population control, controlling the human race, keeping us segregated and watching our every face. I got a bullseye to my head for mentioning all these people. Companies being lethal, pointing out UFOs. I'm not a crazy motherfucker, but this world's out of control. This feeling, it's like we're living in 1984. Big brother always watching, wants to mold you into something that's not normal anymore. Without a train of thought, you shrug it off and eat your GMOs. This feeling, it's like we're living in 1984. Big brother always watching, wants to mold you into something that's not normal anymore. Without a train of thought, you shrug it off and eat your GMOs.